Hello everyone, my name's Brian, and welcome back to Magic Arena. And this wasn't the plan, but welcome back to Mono Black. So originally I was going to do a Mono Red deck, because Eidolon has been introduced to Arena, and then I got stomped over and over and over again, and that's not that super fun to do. So instead, I started poking around to see what else I could do with the cards that were just added in. And a lot of people were doing mono green ramp, and good for them. I'm sure we'll play against at least one of those today. However, I took it in a slightly different direction and cribbed a couple people's notes. And here we have a mono black list that's a little toolboxy. And we're going to run it through the ladder a bit, see how we do. I think I'm only on silver. I didn't grind up to gold this time just out of time, but hopefully we can get there today. So what are we looking at here? This is, of course, Mono Black Devotion, and that revolves around our good friend Gray Merchant. So this essentially says when he hits the battlefield, you gain life, your opponent loses life to your devotion to a color, and that's the pips on the cards on the battlefield. So essentially, we want to win either by having a Underworld Dreams in play and then casting Peer into the Abyss, or having Shieldred in play and casting Peer into the Abyss, or casting a Scourge of the Skyclave and beating our opponent to death. And you might notice we have a lot of one-ofs, and that's because we're running tutors. We have 3 Grim tutors. The list, when I originally grabbed it, was running the bone thing, the artifact that sits on the battlefield. I apparently don't play nice with that artifact. My opponents kept killing me with it, so I decided to use Grim Tutor instead. And yeah, we got a Tiamat who also likes Devotion. We have Meat Hook Massacres to clear the board. We have a Warlock class, which is essentially a 3-mana draw 1 spell and pitch some stuff into the graveyard. And if you can get it to level 3, neato. Thoughtseize are great. Bloodchief's Thirst is to take some creatures out. Basic land stuff. We got 12 Swamps, 1 Tenuka, 4 Nykthos, which the deck kinda needs to go off. It can still work, but it really does need Nykthos to go off. 4 Castle Lockthwain to get some card draw. And finally, in the sideboard, we have 2 Fatal Push to take out creatures, 1 Ashiok to stop our opponent from searching their library, as well as taking out their graveyard, 4 Leyline of the Voids, again, taking out graveyard, 1 Duress to take out normal spells, 1 Infernal Grasp, and 2 Noxious Grasp. A lot of grasping going on. A lot of the mono-green ramp decks are a thing, so Noxious Grasp is good. Go blanks again, mostly to attack the graveyard, but also attacking their hand while we're at it. And 2 Languishes, which I absolutely adore, to wipe the board. All right. So that's that. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and hop into some games on the ladder and see how we do now. Last time I played on Arena, I played best of 1 because I really didn't know the Explorer format at all, and I didn't want to get absolutely wrecked by the format that I didn't know, especially when people would be allowed to sideboard against me. But now we're actually going to play full-on 3, best out of 3, and see how we do. This could be fun. This could be awful. Join me, won't you? All right, we got one. What? Real quick. I'm in silver, and I'm playing against a dude in platinum. What the heck? I'm gonna keep this. We have some removal. We have an Underworld Dreams. We have Gary. I mean, if hopefully our opponent's not doing stuff too super quick, but like, come on, platinum guys. I'm not even on the same planet as that dude. All right, our opponent multi 5, which is great for us. We'll just play a Swamp and Ship, see what he's up to. Deathcap Glade. Not sure what that is. Okay, well, we'll just play this normal Swamp, pass to our opponent. That's the slow land. Black and green and Explorer. So I played more Explorer from the last time I put it on the channel, but we're playing against Dinos. Okay. Probably Dinos, but here's an Underworld Dream. And then next turn, I guess we Warlock class, activate Warlock class, try and find our answer. Because right now, we just try and ramp as much as we can. We don't have a Nykthos, but they just play, they're ramping into something big. They're going to play like an Ugin or something, and it's going to absolutely wreck us. Another Underworld Dreams. Well, this is not a coward's game. As long as they don't Ugin us next turn, this will hurt quite a bit after that. I mean, we are going to Gary them for 9. Here's the Raptors, sure. And we found Nykthos. Unfortunately, we didn't find any big answers, but we can get a whole bunch of mana. What do we want to do with... Do we just want to hit war... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ugin is 9. So I think we can just slow roll this, because if we activate this, that's 7, 8, 9. So we can double activate Warlock class. I guess we'll just take another Castle Lockpoint. We activate this again, and then next turn we just Gary them off the face of the planet. So long as they don't somehow manage to Ugin us. Okay, Castle Lockthwain, do this again. Big old Gary. I mean, do they have a removal spell for Gary? That'll take it down by 2, but that's still lethal, right? Oh, not quite. It'll go to 7, not 9. Our opponent saw what we did there. All right, so Noxious Grasp seem cool. I don't really want to deal any damage to our opponent because it's going to help them. I don't know much what they're doing other than that. Like, the only thing that really deals damage is, like, Time At. And I guess we could take out one Gifted Aetherborn because we don't want to deal them damage. And hopefully that's enough. We'll see in the game itself, but I'm not entirely sure what our opponent's doing other than ramping into a big old threat. So there's that. 2 Nykthos, no actual way to produce black mana, which is sad. This seems better. I am going to give up on... It's either Scourge or Gary. I guess there's a higher chance Scourge actually gets played. The best thing we could do now is, like, draw... Oh, okay, well, there's Nykthos. In the meantime, let's look at our opponent's hand, see what they're up to. Fighting stuff. There's the Ugin. Goodbye, Ugin. We don't actually have anything that can deal with Ugin before he wipes our board, so it's kind of important we do it that way. This would just die, so we just pass. Plays the Raptor. Plays Cultivate. Okay, well, Blood Chief's Ascension or Blood Chief's Thirst might actually do something. But I was right. This is just a ramp deck to get their Ugin on. Oh, look, another Gary. Until our opponent takes a damage, we really don't have much we can do about this. We're kind of behind the 8 ball. Maybe that was an awful hand to keep. Somebody tell me if that was just a bad move. Terra Stomper, 7 or more land. So that's going to start doing stuff. So we'll play this, and then we'll just kind of destroy that. Oh no, they have the thing where they can counter the spell. Oopsie. And like, we knew that because even in Arena, it shows me the whole time, but hey, do you care about your Topiary Stomper? Okay, well, I guess you're just trying to be mana efficient. So go ahead and hit me, opponent, because after that, I start Garying. Oh dear, those are big old dinos. And this is not a Death Shadow, this is a Scourge of the Skyclave. Well then, I'm gonna play the Gifted Aetherborn, and I'm just gonna hope, because he has 2 big stompy boys, and that is not the best. Binding of the Old Gods destroys our thing. Kapowie. Okay, so we know what he's doing, but we can't actually do anything to stop him right now. Blood Chief's Thirst. I guess this buys me a turn. And then maybe, like, we draw another removal spell? Unless he has a counter, in which case we just scoop. Oh, no. I wasn't even unaware of that, that particular spell, but hey, they got us in game 2. And this is like, if we were playing best of 1, that would have looked impressive, but now that we're not playing best of 1, that's a thing. So there's more creatures going on than I thought. They are very green though. Maybe we can give up on like 2 Warlock classes and put in an Infernal Grasp and put our Aetherborn back in. I think that's about the best we're going to get against this guy, and hope we just have a better draw and that I don't mull like an idiot again. Although, again, because unlike in Midgo, this gives you like a ranking, and I am in silver, and I'm playing against a guy who is on the other side of the thing. I can't believe the way this works. It's just like, oh, if this guy wins, he gets full points for beating the dude in silver. Way to go. Sure. So, Thoughtseize. Wow, he's got answers. We'll get rid of Ugin, because again, like, we don't actually have anything that'll stop that. The Hydroid Crisis is a little bit less spooky, because we have Underworld Dreams. Played a Snarl, good for you. Play Gifted Aetherborn. Play Thundering Migration. Play nothing, okay. Go in for the swing. We're now at the point where we need to find Nykthos or just lands, but Nykthos would be great. We have 3 tutors in the deck. We could just start tutoring things. That would also be nice. All right, what comes down? Just to cultivate. So they're just going for big boy. We have no way of dealing our self-damage, so the Scourge remains in hand. If we draw Nykthos, though, we can just... Well, I mean, that's not a land, but also not the worst. Cool, so now you have no threat, and we'll just keep swinging in with Gifted Aetherborn. All right, and pass. Now, all I need you to do is not draw a threat. Oh, come on, what did you draw? What nonsense is about to befall me? Oh, they're just got a Thunderherd migration. Okay. Revealing Topiary Stomper. I assume that means I play Topiary Stomper. Sure. That can attack and block, though, so we absolutely need to draw not that. Not that at all. All right. We just pass. Looks like we might get land screwed. Please attack. I have to assume this means they have a bigger threat, so I'll block. Oh, they do nothing. Oh, but we just get to... There's no way Shieldred resolves right now. So we're just gonna pass. I mean, we can Castle Lochthwain and start taking out our own life and, like, try and bait it out with Scourge. Sure, just a migration. But if they find Ugin, we're just done. But we'll crunch ourselves pretty hard. All right, so we're gonna take 5. Even found the land. Found 2 lands. All right, great. So we want to get that counter out of their hands. So let's just do a Scourge, because it's not actually that important. Like, getting the Shieldred now would be cooler. Okay, doesn't care about Scourge. Good to know. Topiary Stomper. Well, he must know that. Another Underworld Dreams. I really need that thing out of their hands. But they won't counter this, because they can't with Dispute. All right, we just pass. I mean, we're dealing them 2 damage a turn each time they draw, which is not a 0 amount of damage. No block. My dude gets swole. Oh, and I have a Noxious Grasp. Be my birthday. So first things first. Do you want to counter that? They don't want to counter that. All right, we just swing. They go to 3. Do I just shield? I'm not gonna Shieldred, just in case they like go all in on an Ugin or something. Oh, we get there. We beat a platinum. Ranking system. Hooray! All right, we win the next one. We get out of silver. I'll catch you guys when I have another opponent. And now I'm playing a dude in bronze. Fascinating. Mulligan, this hand's bad. This hand could be anything. We'll keep this because I don't want to go too low. We'll get rid of 1 tutor and hope to draw a threat. I'm playing an overgrown farmland. Not sure what that's about, but we pass. They didn't open up with just a mana dork, though, so that's nice. We both continue to do very little. Here's my Warlock class. All right, opponent. What do you got? Satyr Wayfinder. Not sure what they're doing. And we draw a Blood Chief's Thirst. I say we just Underworld Dreams and pass. And then next turn we can play Nykthos. Like they're gonna get a Lily. Can't stay away. What does that bring back? Creature card. What creature do they have in here that's scary? Don't have a creature that's scary. They're trying to get something in the graveyard that's spooky. All right, here's where they're gonna put something spooky in the bin. Oh, it's a Greasefang deck. Owie. A Shieldred. So this is 4. I have 5 mana. These are sorceries, which don't help a ton. So I think what we do is we Nykthos, play Grim Tutor. So view battlefield. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Unfortunately, this is 7, but I think that's what we get. We hope we draw some mana and just kind of destroy that thing. Save ourselves some life, and we pass. Suppose the correct thing would have actually been to activate Warlock class, but oopsie. Hopefully they don't go off. Okay. Liliana of the Veil, that's fine. I'm actually going to give up on Shieldred. Owie. Okay, this works. So we make a whole bunch of mana. We play Nykthos, keep the new Nykthos, we Nykthos, and then we kill our opponent with this combo. Hey, look at this! Look at all my triggers! Pow, 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 pow. I'm a nerd. That's fun to do. All right, so we want go blanks, and if, man, we have so much graveyard hate that we could really go after them. What's a bad? Tarmat is good. Warlock class we might just get rid of. That's the thing, like, this is a hard deck to make cuts for. Because, like, we can take the Blood Chiefs out and just use Noxious stuff because that's a little bit more betterer. What do we want instead of? We don't want to take out any of our... I guess we do take out Warlock class, as much as that kind of hurts. Because, like, I guess we also won because they didn't have an active graveyard. So if we put our things in here, and what do we get rid of? We could take out 1 tutor, maybe. Take out 1 tutor. Maybe even take out the meat hooks because they don't really go in that direction. Oh, am I down cards? That means I can put... Oh, because they didn't put in the other... Sure. I can even put something back then. Let's put in back 1 Warlock class. All right. I might have completely bungled that, but let's give it a shot. No land. No, thank you. Plenty of lands. Got a little bit of early interaction. We can probably give up on... Actually, the Awakening. It's a lot, so we can get rid of that. All right. Opponent leads off with a tap land. You love to see it. Thought Sneeze. Grizzly Salvage, Satyr Wave. So this is 5. This is 4. They don't have any graveyard recursion right now, so we'll just get rid of Greasefang. And even if they find Can't Stay Away, it's gonna take a second. Yeah, play Grizzly Salvage. Gotta Besage You, which actually kind of hurts, but we have more than one way to win. Play this, and then we're done. We need to start finding cards that do things before our opponent just gets to play a game where we sit here and do nothing. Because they're going to get down that Chariot, and that's going to, like, legitimately deal us problems. All right. No reason to Grim Tutor. I don't... Actually, no, we can Grim Tutor. Because they brought in Duresses. So we'll just go get Shieldred? Where'd Shieldred go? Oh, there she is. We take 3, but then next turn we get Shieldred down. There's the Chariot, which kind of is unfortunate. Owie. Leyline of the Void, you're not super helpful when we don't find you in the opening hand, but it was correct to put you in, I think. All right, we have a Shieldred. Hopefully they don't have creature removal. Looks like they're already trying to do creature removal. They're looking at Shieldred. They want to target it. They want to target it so bad. All right. I don't think we're untapping with Shieldred, guys. And I do realize the tutors are mostly there to help me go get Nykthos, but I didn't really have anything to do with Nykthos at the moment. Oh, no, we do get to untap with Shieldred. Now, I realize. They already have a graveyard, but we just need the devotion to go up. And if they want to Besage You and ramp us, that's also fine. Because there's a Greasefang already in that graveyard, so not much we can do about that. They'll target non-land permanent. Okay, well, there she goes. We're going to get smacked for roughly 1 million, and Azika's Chariot is just going to take over the game a bit. I suppose we should bring in Wraths. Now that we see what their plan B is, a Wrath might be... Oh my god, all of the ley lines. Actually, wait. So I can pay 4 and I can get it back, but next turn I'm going to take 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I'm just dead. Because I could do this and I can get Shieldred back, which I feel like is the only real answer right now. Oh, is it random? Oh no, it's Shieldred got exiled. Wow. Wowie, wow. Wow, punted that one into the sun. All right, so there's no coming back from this now unless we find Meat Hook. Actually, these might just kind of save us unless they have more of those things that just straight up exile our creatures again, which feels like they might. Okay, they don't so far. There's Greasefang. Do they have something in their graveyard? Oh, they do have the Sky Ship. So that's all for us. Okay, let's try not to punt ourselves into the sun this time. Languages seem good. Leyline of the Voids, go down to 2. Go Blank is still nice. Underworld Dreams is still cool. They can have anti-stuff if they want to. That's allowed. And these combo decks are so tight. Let's just try this. Let's see how she goes. All right, try not to punt so hard. This seems good. So pretty much we have our Leyline of the Void, and they can like take our... They can take our Peer into the Abyss if they want. We'll just play this out as a land so that they don't duress it out of our hand. Thoughtseize. So they can take Gifted Aetherborn anyway. Please take Peer into the Abyss. Please take Peer into the Abyss. Come on, I'm a combo deck. That's how I won. That's clearly how I... Oh, no. Sag. All right, play another land, pass. I mean, we saw once they get to 4 mana, they can just win anyway, so... Yeah, no, that's fine. Take it. We weren't going to win with that anyway. Uh-huh. So here comes this, and pass. And then next turn we get to Castle Lochthwain and play a Scourge, and hopefully that can get on field. What are you doing with your 3 mana opponent? Nothing. Okay, good for Brian. So play a Castle Lochthwain, and we pass. What are they... Oh, they're blowing up the... Sure. Blowing up the Leyline of the Void, so we only got unimportant things. You know, we went down to 2 Leylines, and it even still did its job anyway, so don't feel that bad about it. Okay, we can discard a Leyline, that's fine. So discard Castle Lochthwain. Cool. And we lose 3 life. That sounds good to Brian. So play a castle and just play out a doodad that they're just going to kill. Guess we Grey Merchant then. The Lilion board kind of changes that math. So if they want to tick down on Grey Merchant, that's fine. Oh no, and they have Parhelion. That's the crew. Yeah, no, because what'll happen now is they'll be able to make... Did he have to crew that? I think we're just super dead. If he ticks down, we're pretty much just done, yeah. Is there any world at all, where we don't just get stomped? No, I think we're pretty dead. Let's go on to the next one. For those of you keeping count at home, we won against Platinum, lost to Bronze. This tier system, just chef's kiss, let me tell you. Finally, somebody on our own level. Well, hopefully Warlock class finds us our answer. Tell this guy is MLG because he's got the trophy avatar. I bought the cat avatar, and I literally never bought another avatar. This is kind of what happened there. So Warlock class go. Hopefully next turn we draw a non-Nykthos land. Otherwise, we'll just activate Warlock class and go digging for it. Oh, is this Fires of Invention or whatever it is? We didn't find the land, so we'll just take a peek. Yep, we'll take a land. Opponent Omens. This really does just feel like Fires. So we can't play Underworld Dreams next turn, can we? It would be really nice to, though, but Nykthos is actually stopping us from doing that. Is that just getting bounced to our hand now? Seems like they didn't do anything, but luckily we drew something to make it look like this was our plan all along. So we will Thought Seize our opponent. Feel like a counterspell comes down. Oh no. Oh my. Can we win faster than this? I guess we take their Valakut, because it's something they can actually do, and we'll play just another thinger-dinger. Yeah. Might have to give up on a Nykthos next turn, but at least we can use it to kind of formulate some manners here. Their opponent is just straight up Planeswalker control. So they're just going to play Wandering Emperor. So if we do this for 2, and then we do this again, and then we could do it for 2 a second time, that doesn't actually net us any mana, huh? So what do we even do here? I think we have to Thought Seize, as lame as this is. Wandering Emperor, that's fine. Rid of Tef. I guess he's the best thing we can do. Well, Warlock class, see if we can find another land. Yeah, we found lands. We're actually going to take Castle Lochthwain, only because we do want it just to be a normal black land. Also, drawing cards seems like it might be the only way to kind of compete against our opponent's deck. Because we Underworld Dreams. We'll have 5. Again, we'll be... Oh, no, but we have another Nykthos in hand. So we're 2 turns away. Oh, what are they casting for 5? Is there just... Of course we start drawing lands now. I feel like there's just going to be a giant counter thing that happens. If we play Underworld Dreams, do they care about Underworld Dreams? Please say no. Okay. I mean, we're going to find out if they have counters next turn. I have to assume they're going to start countering our stuff now. Portable Hole on... Oh, just a Warlock class? Sure. Oh, well, now that's actually kind of annoying. Can we go off anymore? All right. So 3... So 3 into 3, so that doesn't net us any mana. But I guess I could just Meat Hook and try it again next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if they find a land, we're just kind of screwed. So I guess what we do is we Meat Hook for 3. We gain life, but that's not really what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get our thing back up and running. If they steal it, that's going to make it a lot harder. Okay. So we should be able just to do it. I think, because it's what, 3 to 5, and then 5 to 8, plus 2, minus 3. It should be just enough. Oh, we drew a land. No, but we need to Nykthos. All right. So, Nykthos mana, play Nykthos, keep new Nykthos, Nykthos mana, Grim Tutor, Peer into the Abyss, Peer into the Abyss, our opponent. And Kapawi? Yeah, just shoot him down. I mean, we got him. I don't know if we'll get him again, but we got him. Oh my, we don't really have a ton of Planeswalker-y stuff. I guess we have Noxious Grasp. That'll be fun. We have a Duress. I feel like that's about it. I feel like Bloodchief's Church, that takes out Planeswalkers, though. What's bad? A lot of this does take out Planeswalkers, though, hey. So I guess we can take out 2 Warlock classes. And, like, we even cut an Aghaneum's Awakening. Sure, we'll be greedy. Cut a land. And that gives us the Noxious Grasps and the Duress. Yeah, I mean, we're up a game. Let's try that. As long as we draw lands, famous last words, this isn't that bad, so let's try it. Because once our opponent gets lands, they kind of go off. Take their ramp. All we need to do is draw 1 land in the next 2 turns. Hey, we got there. Hey, it's me, your cousin. All right. Don't have much going on. They put Yuri into hand. We get to get down our combo piece. That's our only way we win opponent. Just a whole bunch of that. Also, they're a control deck, and they're going to lose... A life a turn is not nothing. We're just gonna run this out. So now they lose 3 a turn. We just can't let them get to 7, because once they get to 7, like, they just steal all our stuff. Plays Big Tef. Tuck Shieldred? Oh no, draws a card. So we didn't find much. So we're just gonna kill Teferi with Murderous Rider. This can just exile a tapped creature, so we're not gonna attack with Shieldred, because we don't want to get exiled. The problem is they're gonna gain Shieldred pretty soon. They're at 6, so next turn they can just draw their own Oh, actually, we have a Thought Seize. So, let's try and bait out a counter with our Underworld Dreams. No dice, alright, so see what they got going on in their hand. If they counter, that's really, really bad news. That is impressively bad news. All right. Transmogrify. Okay. So they have the land. So I guess we have to take Agent of Treachery, I think. Even though they're going to transmogrify their guy. But they lose 5 just by drawing. What creature's in their deck? Probably just an Ulamog? Why would they do that? They're going to go so much lower than they needed to. They go all the way to 2. And now they transmogrify and put out Ulamog, and they get to get rid of 2 of my things, but not 3 of my things. Fires of Invention. Okay, so I was wrong. They probably get to do everything they want now. Agent of Treachery. They have a way to draw a card. They don't. Okay, so they just die anyway. Oh, no, they don't, because of Shieldred. Ogre. That doesn't do much. That doesn't do. So now they're stabilized, which is a problem. So what do we do? They're going to start... Oh, I don't think they realized they weren't dead. They just scooped, and we got gold because of an early scoop. And you know what? I'll take it. Hey, everybody. I know this is really weird in the middle of a video that my beard changed, my hair changed, and I'm wearing glasses, and I'm wearing a completely different shirt now. So super quick, what happened was I proceeded to play 2 more matches. One against Mono White Humans, and I won, and one against Mono Green Ramp, and I lost. I then recorded my wrap-up and found that when I went in to start editing, the match against Mono White Humans did not record. The match against Mono Green recorded fine. But the wrap-up, for some reason, had no audio. And rather than have one half of my video be complete dumpster fire, I decided to do it again. So we're going to go ahead and just have 2 more matches and the wrap-up a second time. And I look completely different and so on and so forth. But hey, that's what happened anyway. Let's jump into match 4 for real this time. All right, here we are on our... Hey, it's time for backup games. At least we're fighting in gold now. 2 meat hooks, a variety of lands, and a Shieldred. You know what? This is a makeup, so let's go ahead and try it. Hopefully they're playing aggro, and these meat hook massacres are in our favor. Ooh, we see red. All right, so meat hook might actually do exactly what we needed to. All right, game, that's enough lands. Literally no more lands for the rest of the game, please and thank you. Ramanop into what? Eidolon, okay. A 3/3 Eidolon, even better. All right, so we have no turn 2, and we're actually going to have to make it pretty far for these meat hooks to kill that Eidolon. Although, we're taking 5 a turn, so we don't have all day. All right, so we're kind of slow moving. Next turn, we're going to have to meat hook for 2, but for right now, we'll take 2, play out our Underworld Dream, and pass. Okay, so we're at 5, which is not a good level to be at, but we're going to be able to kill... Like, we're going to meat hook 1 turn after the next. So first we meat hook for 2, take out 2 of them, and then next turn we meat hook for 3. All right, we're down to 3. Play this, that, get 5. So that's meat hook for 3 already. Cool. Oop. Doesn't matter which one we keep. Life, we're at 5. Ass from there. All right, our opponent took 1 off of Underworld Dreams. We hit him with... not much, and we draw not a ton. So we can Grey Merchant for 7 seems correct. That seems fun. So I think this game is officially in our favor. Yep, and they scoop. All right, against aggro, Languish seems cool. Fatal Push seems cool. I think that's about it. What comes out? Probably the Thought Seizes are not great. And that's literally it, because we don't need to take extra damage if we don't want to. All right, let's see if we can go for a quick one. It would be nice if my makeup games were nice and quick, but that was a risk. We kept the meat hook massacres and hoped that the meat hook massacres would be good against our opponent. Turns out they are. Didn't use any of our combo-ness though, which is kind of mono black control in general. Another meat hook massacre and Underworld Dream. So as long as we draw into good stuff, this is fine. Oh god, okay. The worst thing they could do right now is play Eidolon. Okay, so it's not gonna be Eidolon. Kari Zev, all right. Well, that's kind of annoying, but first things first, play out our Gifted Aetherborn. Because now they can't really attack very profitably. Because if they attack with Karize, I mean, I guess if they have a Lightning Strike, they can just kill Gifted Aetherborn outright, right? So we block. I mean, if they have a Shock, then that's even fine, because we gained our life back. Yeah, they have a Stomper, a Romper Stomper. All right, so we're at 21. We probably have some time. So if we play Underworld Dreams, Because, like, we're trying to get this Nykthos to be super powerful at this point. Like, depending on how quickly they deal us damage. Now, do they just play the Bone Crusher Giant? No, they play that guy. Well, luckily for us, we have a Languish. I think we just play Languish. I mean, they end up with 2 1/1s, which is not nearly as bad. Oh, they end up with 3 1/1s. Okay. And those can get meat hooks off the field. Then we set up for Grey Merchant. Blood Chief's Thirst. So we can meat hook the 3 guys off the field. I still think that's correct. So meat hook for 1, and then just kind of hold from there. Because we want to gain the life back. Because we can't meat hook for 3, can we? Yeah, no, we can't. All right, so meat hook for 1, gain 3, and yeah. We can just kind of pass from there. We'll take another 4, but next turn we get to Grey Merchant and gain life. That's not good. That's not good at all. All right, so 5, 6, 7. We have 7 total. So we play Taramet. We play Taramet. There's no... Yeah, it's just adding more mana. And then we play Grey Merchant. And then we Taramet, eat 2 of their thing. Oh, no, it's only 1 at a time, isn't it? Okay, so we could double block, take 6. So block like that. Double block, take 4, rather. We have to assume they have tricks in hand, otherwise they just would have activated Den of the Bugbear. Also, just checking myself in the camera. Hopefully this time if I play anything, my head doesn't block it. Made myself a little smaller. Ooh, Embercleave, okay. Oh man, taking so much damage. Luckily for us, we are never punished. So, Grey Merchant. And that's the match. All right, moving on to the final one at 5. All right, on match 5, on the play against a silver, so I must be playing a really good silver. Or at least that's what I tell myself. I'll keep 7. We kind of have a little bit of everything, except we don't have a ton of land, and we don't have a Nykthos. Really like their Olivia Vodale and stuff. Playing mono black. Well, I'll take their Thoughtseize. So this is mono black versus mono black. They're probably not playing the combo-y version. Do we want to run this out to the Fatal Push? I guess why not? If it gets pushed, I mean, we're just essentially trying to run them out of cards out of hand sort of thing. Warlock class. Well, that gives us stuff to do. What do we want? I guess we want the Murderous Rider. Yeah, because we'll just... What is this? Discard a card. So, Murderous Rider. Kill that thing. Yup. Give up on our Grey Merchant for now. And just keep the board clear. Thoughtseize. Alright, so probably take our Murderous Rider. Oh, took our Grim Tutor. I'm fine with that. So play Nykthos. Just play out our Murderous Rider. Keep getting their hand clear. They can... Oh, they didn't Infernal Grasp it, so now if they're going to do something about it, it's more mana, essentially. Oh, another Murderous Rider. This is exactly where I want to be. Just swing in. They take 2. We don't have a creature on board anymore. We have 2 Murderous Riders, so I'm just going to run this guy out and hope they don't draw a land. If they draw a land and they have Sorin, we have another Murderous Rider. The Celis. Okay, so that's how they're going to get mana. Cool. We'll just attack with our Murderous Rider. And from there. Oh, and they drew a land anyway, so... Invoke Despair. So they get to draw 1 card? Yeah. Grey Merchant. Well, we can actually get Grey Merchant down, which we're going to do. We're going to give up on one of our Nykthoses. Keep the untapped one. Tap it, and just Grey Merchant. Because we're just trying to get a creature down. So I have to assume, with the amount of mana they have now, they can start Haymakering. It's not exactly a Haymaker. Alright, so play this... Kill that stupid thing. No reason to attack. And then next turn, we can just meat hook massacre that thing off the field. Kalitas, Trader of Get. Makes me want 1 more mana. 1 more mana, please. Not quite 1 more mana. So we're gonna wait. Yeah, we're gonna wait. We'll probably even Castle Lochthwain on our opponent's turn, depending on how off they go. Okay, well, I guess that comes back, so they don't mind doing that. Yeah, they do this just because they're going to gain a whole bunch of life, but we're going to sweep. We even will take 2 to draw just because we need card advantage at this point. Another Meatball Massacre and a 3rd Meatball Massacre. We can Meatball for 4. So first thing we do is attack with Grey Merchant. Wow, they let us get it. Then Meatball for 4. They kill our Nykthos, which is fine. We don't have any black pips anyway. Especially after our meatball goes off. I think they're trying to see if they're going to get, Oh, yeah, about that. Now they get 1,000,000 creatures. Hey. Yeah, blitzes out the underdog. We take a whole bunch. Are we dead? We're dead. Wow, I forgot Kalitas had a 2nd ability. Look at me. Kalitas, that seems like such a good card. How do we want to stop our opponent? Thoughtseize is good. Bloodchief's Thirst is good. Is it like go blank and try and pick apart their hand? Like, is that what we want to try and do? Like, yeah, they have Tenacious Underdog in the graveyard, but I don't think that's worth bringing. let's take these in. Let's take the Aghanemes out, and let's try this. I don't think Fatal Push is exactly where I want to be. I think the removal we have is fine, and we just want to hopefully get things on the field this time. So let's see how we do. All right, we're on the play. I mean, it doesn't have a ton, but it had this Thoughtseize and a Rider, so if we don't draw a million lands, this will be fine. Our opponent already mulled once, so they just mulled one time. Let's see if we can punish them with our Thought Sneeze here. Let's take Gix. Gix is something we don't really want to deal with. Meatball Massacre. Okay, well, it's kind of pass. Nykthos. I'm just going to play out the Murderous Rider in an attempt to establish ourselves kind of first here. If they have removal, they have removal. Actually, I guess that was kind of silly because now they get to Murderous Rider it. So we'll play out Castle Lochthwain, and we'll swing in. They choose not to kill it, which is interesting. We'll play Tarmet, and we'll end. And whenever they try and kill Tarmet, we'll eat their Gix out of the graveyard. Target player draw 2 hard to lose life. And we'll just do this now then. You don't get a thing. Blood Pact, so it's like a bad sign in blood. I mean, in this match, it's actually pretty good. Oof, Sheoldred. So move to draw. Play Nykthos. So this would turn to 4, 5, 6. So we can just sweep the board. But we're going to let this go for a hot second and play out Gary just so we can get the most kind of out of it. And then we'll pass. And next turn, we'll Meatball. See if we can get them to commit to the board more than just a Sheoldred. Kills our Nykthos, which suppose we should have saw coming. That kind of causes problems, actually. Maze Mind Tome. Seems like our opponent is just going to outvalue us, which is a thing. Now we can only Meatball for 3, so I guess that means we just swing in and we see what they do. Because we can Meatball for 4 now. Or we just spin up Cave of the High Tyrant, only attack with that, attack past. Nah, let's see if we can kill Sheoldred. So attack with everything. If they block it all, we get to kill their Sheoldred. Because Cave of the High Tyrant can just be Fatal Pushed. Left that on top, that's not good. All right, so we get to deal them 2. Oh no, they Fatal Push that. Okay, that's actually fine then. Then we Meatball Massacre for 3. A little damage. If we draw into one of our tutors, that'd be great. Also, with the amount of card draw they want to do, getting none of our Underworld Dreams is kind of unfortunate. I guess at this point, we just try and draw a million things. All right, that's unfortunate. So spin up Cave of the High Tyrant. They're just going to gain 4 life off of that, and it's going to be enough. Attack with Cave. Exile Sheoldred in case they have some way to bring it back. End the turn. I mean, they have to leave up Graveyard Trespasser, sure. Eats that. We have another Meatball, so that's not actually a problem. Blood Chief's Thirst. No, we'll just Meatball for 3. They're going to draw off the Maze Mind Tome. So again, they're just outvaluing us right now, which is kind of how they win the game. But we didn't... We're kind of not in a deck that can be like, oh yeah, let's have a Maze Mind Tome. Sheoldred, that gains them life. That's unfortunate. I guess we do just Castle Lochthwain upkeep and try and find anything of note here. Another Meatball Massacre. Cool. I mean, we get to kill Sheoldred now. So take that. They draw one more card, gain a whole bunch of life. However, they have more Sheoldreds than we do. And like the first threat we find, they still have Murderous Rider. Elitist Trader of Get, that's not good. Get Fish Reborn, that's not either. So first things first, we actually draw removal. Take that out. There's no saving it, yeah. And spin up Cave of the Eye Tyrant. Hopefully they Murderous Rider it and commit to the board. Oh no, they're gonna Field of Ruin. All right, get more stuff out of our graveyard. What am I seeing? All right. Please commit to the board so that my Meat Hook does stuff. Okay, they are just committing to the board. That's good. Commit even more. They have their own Meatball that they're just gonna, for 0. Well, we have a Nykthos. We'll Meatball for 3. Doesn't matter which one we keep. Cool. We do this dance where we go up and down. And we play our Murderous Rider. Almost yielding through the entire turn. They draw a card. I mean, I'm hoping at this point they're running out of stuff, but with the amount of cards they're drawing, I don't think that's how this is going to work. Graveyard Trespasser, sure thing. I can find a way to kill Graveyard Trespasser, that'd be great. Because it's whoever gets their first threat to stick kind of wins here. I feel like they're March of Wretched Sorrow, gaining 5. Ooh, baby. So we trade with the Meat Hooks. It decides I don't get any chance to Castle Lochthwain, but I guess we'll just play this out in Castle Lochthwain now. Ooh, a Sheoldred. Okay, that'll do it. Now, if they don't have removal, that would be ideal. I mean, I have to assume they just have Meat Hook Massacre, so Sheoldred would die anyway, because they have roughly 4 million mana. Oh, they have Languish. Okay, well, sure. They have their own Cave of the Eye Tyrant. We have a Grim Tutor. So what can we grab that can really go from here? Do we still have in our deck Scourge? We do. So can I kick it? I can kick it. Okay. So Cave of the Eye Tyrant does deal us 3 here, but now we have a 13/13. How are you going to deal us the final damage? Because you need to stop Scourge. Ahahaha. Well, this is unfortunate, and then we lose. So that Scourge got us. There's literally nothing we can do. Oh well. Got us on the mirror match, guys. All right, and that was mono black kind of combo-y kind of control-y thing. So in the video, you'll see a 3 and 2. In reality, it was 4 and 3. But again, some of those videos just didn't get saved. And unfortunately, when I did this wrap up last time, you know what, we'll get to that in a second. But anyway, for the wrap up here, I think this deck is quite fun. It's very different from the other mono black control deck that I played. This has a lot of different outs, whereas when I was playing last time, it was just big chunky creatures go, you know, punch him in the nose sort of things. But for this deck, I say go for it. You can change up the tutor a bit. You can change up some of the toolbox. I like my sideboard. I know there's a Saffron Olive deck that I stole and that I did for myself, but there's other ways to do it. And unfortunately, what happened last time when I did my little speech here, in fact, let me go to the Black Void. And now that I actually have a microphone in the Black Void, people will hear me, is for a Christmas gift, I put up a Magic Gathering arena code, and I tear arena codes once they're used, so I don't try and use one that's already used. So it's going to be a little harder to read this time, but first person in the video to put in this code here gets themselves a free pack of, I think this is Midnight Hunt. So, yep, sorry guys, the best laid intentions. So thank you guys for coming along. If you have a list you want me to look at, please email me at heydummyplaythis@gmail.com. I don't know if there'll be a video coming out next week, only because it's Christmas time and I am going away. Yay, holidays. So if I have time to sneak in another video before literally tomorrow night when I leave, I'll absolutely do one, but there might be a couple weeks break as I enjoy my time off. Thank you guys for coming along for the ride. I will catch you all maybe next week, maybe in 2023. But yeah, have a good one. Thanks for coming by. Later.